Leadership inside of any business is about knowing what to do to be able to help real estate agents to be able to succeed. And what we know is that if you've got anyone inside of your team that literally has been in the residential real estate market for under 3 years, they've never actually ever dealt with prices going down. They've only ever worked in a market where naturally prices went up. Also, in addition to that, if you've been in residential real estate for under 12 years, you've never had to deal with an increase in interest rates, you've never had to deal with an inflation event, you've never had to deal with a pandemic, and you've never had to deal with a federal Labor government. Now, naturally, all of those things combined mean that literally we're playing in a brand new world. So what do you need to do? In order to be a great leader, you've got to give clarity. In order to be a great leader, you've got to have stability. In order to be a great leader, you've got to be able to forecast exactly what's going to happen next. Now imagine that you went to the detail of actually putting some basic systems in play, something we're going to call 9-14. 9 is that basic idea that by day 9, you need to have a second appointment on a particular property. 14 is the basic idea that literally by the time you get to day 14, you need to receive an offer on that particular home. Now, if, for example, you don't have anyone coming back for a second appointment and you don't have an offer on that property, then now's the time to go to provide better quality deal support around what we're actually doing to either encourage buyers to that particular home or to actually get the sellers to sell. Now, our skill is to start to think differently. If you're actually a manager or a leader inside of any business, imagine that we installed like some orange lights above everyone's desk and some red lights above everyone's desk. And naturally, if they have a property that's been on the market at day 9 and naturally they do not have a second appointment, the orange light starts flashing. Then all of a sudden at day 14, you see that they don't have anyone making an offer on that home, the red light starts flashing. My concern is that your office is actually going to look like a disco, and it shouldn't. So what we've actually got to do is we've got to move back to logical management, not emotional management. Now, this is a really important part because we start to see days on market balloon out during the course of decline markets. So it's really important that we're naturally in a position that we're providing great quality feedback so our owners can make better decisions about what they do with their particular property. Now, one of the important conversations is to make sure that you don't literally rule people in, rather you rule them out. And one of the easy mistakes that people make is say, hey, the buyer liked the property, they might come back to see it again. Naturally, all that does for the seller is that leaves an open loop that someone else might be interested. Much better to close it out. This particular buyer liked the property, however, they felt the property at 38 Evans Street actually represented better value for money and they'll be pursuing that one. Naturally, all of a sudden, now they're competing with other homes in the market. They're aware about what's actually happening in the market cycle, so then you can provide better advice. So to be a great leader, let's get clear about all the indicators of interest, inquiries, inspections, second appointments, contracts, pest and building requests, strata report requests, you name it, and the offers that we've received on properties. And naturally, if things aren't on track early, get them on track fast so that you don't be in a position that you take properties to market and not sell them, rather you take them to market and you maximize the sale price on behalf of your owners. That's ultimately how you change the game. You make sure that you're really logical and you don't get caught up in the emotions of the day, because naturally your job is to facilitate the marketplace so to be able to help the buyers to pay more so that your sellers can sell for more as well.